In this video, we're going to have a look how to determine the surface area of a cone and a sphere. These two shapes do not consist of only flat surfaces anymore, but also have curved surfaces. To calculate the area of these curved surfaces, a lot of mathematical calculations are necessary. But luckily, you don't have to do all those calculations each time. You just need to make sure that you know these formulas by heart. Starting with the cone, you will see that this shape still has one flat base area, and that is a circle. So the first part of the formula is to calculate the area of the circle. The second part of the formula is then to calculate the area of the curved surface. So just like in a pyramid, the cone has a slant height, which you will need for your surface area. When we move on to our volume, you will also need the height of the cone. Moving on to a sphere, the surface area is calculated by the formula 4 times pi times radius squared. Example 1. Calculate the total surface area of each of the following shapes. The first shape is a cone. All the necessary dimensions are given, so we can immediately substitute. In this case, the radius is 30, and in the second part again we need this radius of 30, and then also multiply that by the slant height, which is given as 50 centimeters. So the total surface area of this cone will then be 7,539,82 centimeters squared. Our next shape is a sphere, and again we can immediately substitute. Once again, the diameter is given, and that is 24, so the radius will be half of that, and we can substitute 12. This gives an answer of 576 pi, and if the instruction is to round to 2 decimals, this will be 1,809,56 centimeters squared. Our last example is a combination of a cone as well as a hemisphere or half a sphere. So in this case, we need to combine our two formulas to determine the total surface area. We want to calculate the total surface area. That is the outside, which means that the circle on the inside is not part of this area. This means we need to adjust the surface area formula for a cone by ignoring the first part and only calculating the area of the curved surface. That is pi times radius times slant height. To this, we need to add the area of half a sphere. We know that the formula for a complete sphere is 4 pi radius squared, and if we now halve this or divide it by 2, the formula for a hemisphere will be 2 times pi times radius squared. Now we can substitute our given information. The radius is given as 11 centimeters, but the slant height is not given. In the second part of our formula, we can again substitute the radius as 11. To calculate the slant height, we will make use of the theorem of Pythagoras in our right-angled triangle. Now you need to realize that for the hemisphere, the radius is 11, which means of the total height of our shape of 26, there will be 15 that is part of the cone. So to calculate this slant height, we're going to have the square root of 15 squared plus 11 squared. This will give us a slant height of square root 346. Substituting this value into our formula, we can now calculate the total surface area of the shape, and that will be equal to 1,403,07 centimeters squared. In the next video, we're going to have a look at how to calculate the volume of a pyramid, cone, and sphere.